Hey guys, welcome back to releasethecraftin. Priscilla here for another day of a Cabinet of Curiosiprompts. That's hashtag Curiosiprompts. You can check out all the information in the description box below. You hit see more and then you see more, and you can see what we're doing here, what everybody else is up to. There's a playlist, there's an inspiration board on Pinterest for you, there's all sorts of things in there down below. There's an Etsy shop, there's a Patreon. I have those things. I do other cool stuff. It's down there if you're just now joining me. Thanks for joining. If you were returning, welcome back. I really missed you, and I hope that you had a good day without me while you were gone. At any rate, what are we doing? Today is day 7. The prompt is Asteriskos. Oh my gosh, I should have maybe sounded this out before I started recording. Asteriskos, I think is what I'm going with. It's a Greek word, I know that, I looked that up. It's Asteriskos, which is a little star, or asterisk. It's where we get the word asterisk. So Asteriskos. It's a noun, also. Fun little factoid. So, yeah, we're doing a little star, and I'm getting a little celestial, having a little fun with my alcohol inks here. I'm going to tell you guys right now, this did not work in the way that I thought it was going to. I recover. I really thought the white was going to be more opaque than it was, and it was going to, like, float all the other colors and, like, turn them into fun, like, pastel-y colors as well. Like, they were going to mix. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. So then I was like, okay, dang it, now we have to reconsider and come back to what we're doing here and work it out. But I did find that if you add the white on top, it does do interesting things, and it does do the watery down mixy things. Look at all those cool splotches we got. That was cool. So happy with how that came out. So we're gonna ink it up. We are then going to wipe off the extra powdery bit. There was like a residue from the alcohol ink, which was very interesting, and I don't know if it's the reaction of the alcohol ink with this like water-proofed wrapping paper, or if it was just like, you know, this alcohol ink in particular. This is the Barely Arts alcohol ink, so I am still like playing around and getting familiar with it. I do really enjoy it, but there was like a little bit of a color graininess left over that wiped off easily with the paper towel, so like NBD at the end of the day. Although, as you can see, I am, of course, going to do the embossing thing, because I don't know if you guys know yet, I am contractually obligated to emboss by Big Emboss. I have to emboss everything. So yeah, I was going to go do that. I am doing that. And I decided to mix it up between the gold and the white pearl, because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do more. I am actually very happy that I did both, because I really like the effect. But the alcohol ink, although despite being dry, heat blasted, and cooled down to the touch to make sure that it was dry, still picked up a bunch of that embossing powder and made it like a little bit cloudier of an effect. So it does like sort of wash out a bunch of the cool effect that I achieved here. But it's okay. As you can see, it's egregious with the white pearl on top. And I have to knock off a bunch of it so you can still see the background a bit, because I didn't want to wipe it out entirely, you know? But it does add a fun, like, cloudy effect when you mix it in with the white pearl. So, like, I did get a nice, fun, celestial background from it at the end of the day, despite making a giant mess of embossing powder. And the white pearl doesn't dominate anything. It's not super white in opacity. It's very pearlescent. So yeah, it worked out really great. You can still see all the cool splotchety bits. Now we have this fun, cloudy, sparkly, embossed background piece to work with. I love it. I've had this like wrapping paper in my stash forever. It came from like a witchy box. In fact, I think it came from a Tamed Wild box, which I have not gotten in a dig-a-dang decade. So like a hot minute. I had all these ideas on what I was going to do with this like holographic foil and stuff, and I used none of those ideas, because I was going to cut the star out of there, I was going to do all sorts of things, and then I was like, no, it's too complicated. I want a little star. And I decided to go back, cut a bigger piece of the holographic, I just call it cellophane, and make that just the window for the magnifying glass, because I was like, this is the simplest thing that you could possibly do. You were making this so complicated. If you try to cut a star out of here, you're going to drive yourself crazy trying to make it even. and I'm just going to be cutting down little bits of cellophane until I have little shards of cellophane and no star. So this was the easier way. This is actually a sticker, this little magnifying glass. So I pick up the cellophane and then I stick it on top of the star. Now boom, I have a mystical star for my little magnifying glass. The problem with this tag was that I got to this point and was like, well, the background is so interesting now that this magnifying glass seems very underwhelming and very lost in the sauce here. Like, it is literally floating in space. You need to regroup and come back. And so I will. You'll see. I'm still fussy cutting as I'm voiceovering this. I don't know if it'll sync up for you guys, but this is a surprisingly long amount of time to fussy cut. See, look, it's lost. So we got some stuff. So I got a frame, I got some crystals, I got some wings, some little butterfly wings to add in there. And then I was like, okay, so we're going to make this like, I don't know, some sort of surrealism, whimsical, celestial vibes piece. Don't ask me why I decided to outline the crystals in black Sharpie. I wanted them to stand out more. I don't know if I love it or not, but it is what it is. You know, it is done. So nothing much to do with that. And then it's more just sort of coming up with a pleasant arrangement that highlights our star piece, but also adds to the fun, like, whimsical vibe that I ended up going with for this tag, which I am very happy with. I do like how it came out. This was the fussiest part, fighting with these wings. Eventually I give up and just sort of go, okay, this is where you landed. But yeah, I really like how this came out. Nothing like what I thought I was making when I started. Because I really did think I was just going to stick that little magnifying glass down and be done. But no, I came back and added a sentiment because I can do that. And there it is. There's our tag. I hope that you guys like this one, our prompt for today. Come back tomorrow, see what we do for the next Cabinet of Curiosiprompts. That's hashtag Curiosiprompts. Make sure you check out Tiff over at AmethystRaven342, see what she's up to, and follow the playlist and the hashtag so you can see what everybody's doing on Instagram and YouTube. And I'll be back tomorrow, guys. I appreciate your faces. Happy crafting and goodbye.